This is a review of my Holman Ultra Thin Large Print. Now, I was given this cover with that same text block in it, but the text block actually fell apart from me using it so much. So I have kept the cover, and I waited until I could find another same text block to go into it. Couldn't find the same one, but it's still a Holman Ultra Thin text block, but it's the newer version. It's the newer text block of it. And yeah, so it took me 5 hours because it was a paste down. When they paste down the leather on this, it took me 5 hours to clean it, so I could actually put a lock, so I could actually edge line this Bible. So it would have been a lot easier if I just started from scratch with two pieces of leather and rebind a Bible that way. But because I like this leather so much, and it's such a nice colour, I like the grain on it, and it's such a nice thickness, that's why I took the extra time of 5 hours of cleaning it, so that I could reuse it again. So the cover is a cowhide, and it's got a nice colour on it too, because it's not a solid colour. It's sort of, as you can see, it's got grainy colour through it, a darker colour in it. There are some hubs on this, and that's all that's written on it is Holy Bible. It's a King James version, of course. Now, the inside liner is actually a lambskin, and I've really worked in the edging around the edge here so that I could get that mark, because looks really nice on it. Sort of looks good, the tooling mark. Now this was I think it was a linens cover, and they cut their corners, but that was fine with this, because when I lay the lambskin on it, it lays nice and flat over it, so there's no ridges or nothing, it's just all flat. So it is quite nice and quite flexible. I'm not going to screw it all up and that, because the glue's, it's dry, but it's only just been done. So I've got to paint it. So as we say, it is edge lined. It goes down here. I have edge lined it. See? There. So what I did with the block, the text block, when I got it, I actually took the new cover off it. With the spine, I actually cleaned all the spine off. I retaped it I put the mesh taping on and glued that down. I also put new head and tail bands on this, because the other ones were just cheap and nasty looking. And then I actually put a Oxford hollow on the spine on this to give it extra strength in the spine. So when you got it, I'll get it. So it does. It sits nice in your hands, nice and flat in your hands. I like the text block in this too. I also did the gilding on it, the red gilding. So I also did that. You can see it's the gold under. I'll show you the gold. Holman's golds. I mean, it cost me $10. The Bible, the text block cost me $10 because I found it somewhere on special. Now the gold's not that great on it, so that's why I did that. I did that as well. I did the gilding as well. I do like the text block in this because it has the subheadings in it, and you will find that names, which I'll find somewhere for you. Here, names and cities are actually self-pronouncing. I like self-pronouncing. I know some people don't, but I do. I like the subheadings in this. It's quite nice. And also, I wouldn't, because it's a thin line, so the paper's a lot thinner than a normal Bible. I wouldn't be writing in this Bible, especially even with a micron pen, because I did a little test up here. I'll show you there. I wrote under just there is the micron. turn it over, and it just about bled through. You can see it here, just about bled. Well, it pretty much did just about bleed through. So I won't be doing any marking in this. I don't even think I'll be highlighting. I have found that if I just put, because I got tags in here already, because I've been reading today in it. So I just put tags in. So this is fear. My tag here, fear, gives me where it is, and I just go up to here, and here's my marking for it. I just marked it in pencil so I know. And I just marked that verse for the day. So I've got a couple of others in here that are marked as well. I mean, that's the easiest way I found that I could just use this Bible as my everyday Bible and do that with it. That way I don't have to worry about it bleeding through or anything. I'm just using pencils and the little tabs. I use tabs on everything anyway. This Bible has also too, if you've come across this Bible, I'll get you the ISBN number for it. It's actually not a bad Bible. They're your numbers for it, your ISBN numbers, if you're interested in one again. They do actually have it in genuine black. I just got the cheapy brown leather touch, and it was a paper paste down, not great, but the text block is really nice, and it's even sewn. You can see here, I'll show you here, see it's even sewn. So it is sewn, it's not glued, it's printed in Korea, 2018 printing. No, but I think this thing is actually line matched. Wherever I've looked, it looks like it's line matched. It doesn't say it's line matched, but it actually looks like it is. And I've even gone to Psalms, and it still looks like it's line matched to me in there. It just looks line matched. Okay, you can see a bit of ghosting, but it doesn't affect your reading, because I really think this thing is line matched. So it's a nice read. I'd say it's a 10.5, 11 font. Yeah, I could have maybe got a new Nelson to put in this, but the thing was, I don't like the Nelson. I don't like the 2K Denmark print that very much. And their large print is normally, they'll say it's an 11, but it reads like a 9. So, so I went with the Holman. I think Holmans make a good Bible anyway. And the red in this, because it is a red letter as you can see, the red in this is all even. I haven't found a page that's faded. Even in the black, I haven't found a page that's faded. It's also red in Revelations. Right at the end, it's also red. I'm just trying to find all that for you. Just get to the end. You've got a few helps at the back too, and I'll show you those as well. See, so you even have the red at the end in Revelation. And you do have a few helps. I do like some of the helps in this. So you've got a whole heap of, get that out there. So you've got the helps. These are all good actually. The parables of Jesus, the harmonies, more parables, the miracles of the Lord, old and new prophecies, which is quite good. Just doing a study with the prophecies of what was in the Old Testament and what was fulfilled in the New Testament. Such a great study. If you ever get a chance to do it, have a look into it. It is a really good study. It actually combines your Old with your New Testament, so you can see where the Bible is actually intertwined. So it's actually one big book. I know everyone says it's 66 stories or whatever, but if you do the prophecies from the Old Testament to the New Testament, it shows you how the Bible actually all winds together as just one big book. Get some more helps. I do like this. This would have to be the best one I've seen. It's like calling this the King's language, the King's English. Now it's just the harder words, or the not common words or whatever you would like to say of today, that are used in the King James. This one is extensive. There is quite a few pages of this. Normally you'll only get 1 or 2 pages. There is 2, 4, 6, 8. There's like 12 pages of this. And you, like I said, and there's three columns each. Now you don't get that in a lot of Bibles. This is really helpful for somebody who's first picking up a King James Bible. You have a good sized concordance as well in this Bible as well. I was looking at it before. I do use my concordance quite a bit in the Bible, so I like having a concordance. Most people use their phones or whatever, but what happens if your batteries are flat? What happens? I can find most things quicker in a concordance than I could do on my phone Googling it. So, like I said, I like my concordance in a Bible. You got maps are average, I know. But you've got a bit of room here, so if you need to put notes in, you can actually write some notes in this. That's if you want to. I'd be writing on the cardboard or on the end sheets at the back. Here you got, you got 1 or 2 pages at the end that you could do stuff like that too. When I get there, see, you got that for notes. You got that. You could write that on that for notes. The beginning of it too has got a nice, nice start in this one too. Because you've got, it's pretty simple actually. You've just got, certificate of marriage and stuff and births. Oh, you've got a presentation page, of course. Silly me. And then you've got, the births. You've got marriages. This is pretty cool too. Occasions to remember. That's pretty neat to have. You got deaths and your start. And this, you got, I showed you that before, and you've got your content. Also too, you will find God's plan of salvation in here. I had a look at it. It's, yeah, it's, you can use it, but it's not something I would, it's a bit wishy-washy. Yeah, but it's still good. It's still correct. So, yeah, I think there's better verses that you could use than what they've done to say that. But everyone's different when they, try to tell somebody the gospel. So, but yeah, it's a nice Bible. I've turned a $10 Bible into a premium Bible, I think. Well, I have, to me. Like I said, leather's expensive here in Australia, so this is a cheaper way for me to get a nicer Bible to, yeah, well, it was a good Bible to start with, but the thing was the text block fell apart on me in it, so instead of gluing it back and fixing it all up, I just decided to look for a new text block to go in it, and I'll still be using the cover, and it's great. And the colour on it and the grain. Because it's flecky, it's got that dark colour in there, makes it really look awesome. And it's so thick, and the smell on this, even though it's a lot older cover, the smell on this is really, yep, you can tell it's real leather. So thanks for watching. I hope you found that interesting. If you've got an old Bible that you want to try and give it a go, give it a go. Nothing to lose, Have a bit of a play around and see if you can fix them, or that's all I've done. I've just made do with what I've got, and yeah, this one's turned out really nice. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks. God bless.